Heyo value investors, how are you doing? My name is Stijn and welcome to my YouTube channel. Wednesday the 19th of May, Nouveau Monde dropped a big bomb. Nouveau Monde has successfully been admitted to the New York Stock Exchange and trading starts on Monday, May 24th with NMG as the ticker. New York City, here we come. And depending on who you ask, that's massive news. But what does it actually mean for Nouveau Monde? Will we go up 200% next Monday or will we drop hard? Well, let's first look at the basics. So we'll first take a look at what a stock exchange actually is. Second, we'll talk about why listing on the New York Stock Exchange is such a big thing and what it actually means for Nouveau Monde. Now, let's go. So what are stock exchanges? Well, a stock exchange acts as a market where stock buyers connect with stock sellers. So see a stock exchange as the party that enables the transaction between buyers and sellers. So it's basically a marketplace where buyers and sellers can meet. In America, there's basically two main stock exchanges. And let's start out with the world's largest equities exchange, the New York Stock Exchange. And this is the only stock exchange we will talk about that has an actual physical place. See, companies that are listed on the New York Stock Exchange have great credibility, because they have to meet the initial listing requirements. Also, to trade on the New York Stock Exchange, aside from the initial listing requirements, the stock price needs to remain above $4 per share at all times. And besides the New York Stock Exchange, there's the NASDAQ. The NASDAQ is an electronic platform only and has no centralized location where physical buyers and sellers meet. So for both these US platforms, companies need to meet initial listing requirements as well as maintenance requirements. And for companies that do not meet those requirements, there's the OTC market. And OTC stands for over the counter, and this is more of the Wild West for stocks. Here smaller companies are traded, often new companies or companies that have fallen from the New York Stock Exchange or even the NASDAQ. And that isn't to say that OTC stocks are bad necessarily, far from it actually. I personally think better deals can be found there often, especially since there's less exposure from larger corporations. But back to Nouveau Monde. So Nouveau Monde Grat.V is uplisting or upgrading from the OTC markets to the New York Stock Exchange. But why is this such a big thing for Nouveau Monde? And I'll try to keep this as simple as I possibly can. I think there's two main reasons. First, credibility. See, OTC markets are like the Wild West. This is where people are more wary to make large trades, more manipulation happens and there's less regulation. And although Nouveau Monde will be effectively the same company, just having the New York Stock Exchange badge of approval means a lot. And besides having more credibility, we can also expect Nouveau Monde to have more volume after uplisting to the New York Stock Exchange. So this is the second reason why this is such a big thing for Nouveau Monde. See, some institutional investors only buy stocks that are listed on the NASDAQ or even the New York Stock Exchange. Or of course any other major stock exchange. Also, a lot of international brokers only have access to the NASDAQ or the New York Stock Exchange and not to the OTC markets. Therefore, a lot of new investors get access to a company they previously couldn't touch. Therefore, more volume could hit Nouveau Monde. And this could be a great catalyst in and on itself, especially if there's more buyers than sellers. However, what will happen is uncertain. Nobody knows. And anyone telling you for sure what will happen is lying. So what happens to the price after uplisting is really up to the current shareholders of Nouveau Monde. A lot of new investors will probably line up for this company, and we can see that happening already. We've gone up in basically a straight line ever since the 12th of May, but there was a massive acceleration on the 19th of May, when the news of uplisting finally hit. However, if the current shareholders decide to take profits next Monday, well, the bump might not be so large then. And it isn't the fairest comparison to make, but this is what happened to a company that has uplisted to the NASDAQ early last month, Grat.V Holdings. And this company shortly went up all the way to $5 per share and is now trading below $3 per share. And I am not saying this will happen to Nouveau Monde, but we investors need to keep in mind that it could happen. However, we also need to keep in mind that the New York Stock Exchange will enable continued growth with an extremely wide investor base for years to come. On the short term, it might or might not be the massive catalyst some of us are hoping it to be. But on the long term, I'm extremely happy as a shareholder that Nouveau Monde will be on the New York Stock Exchange starting from next Monday. Anyways, I think that's it. If you've got any questions left, hit me up down below and I'll try to answer those questions as clearly as I possibly can. Also, if you want to see my own in-depth analysis on Nouveau Monde, check out the video link to the top right corner. I really hope you guys enjoyed this short video. And if you did, please give it a like and maybe even subscribe. Comment down below what you want to talk about next and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.